Hello, you're watching Random Game Adventures, and today we are looking at the game 140. This is a music-based platformer. Now, this is what you get when the starting and ending of the game is really simple. You get in the game, and you start the game by moving. You can't move with WSD, you can only use the arrow keys. The only controls are the arrow keys, you can't click. You can't rebind your controls, there's no menus in the game. All you have is yourself moving around, and if you press exit, it's got the same kind of thing as Proteus if anyone else has played that, and I did a little video about it. When you press escape, it fades to black and then just exits. Now, there's actually only 3 levels to this game, which at the start sounds like not very much. Okay, there's 6 levels to the game, I haven't played all 3. These are bonus levels, I believe. I didn't actually see these before. So the way it works is you'd obviously progress through a level. As you take these bubbles, these are special kind of magic bubbles, and they interact with this thing which changes the level. So technically there's only one big level and you can use these to interact. So let's jump with a bonus. Now what exactly is? Now you can see, if normally I'm a square, if I jump I'm a triangle, if I move I'm a circle, and if I jump and move obviously I'm a triangle. So you can see there, and then this brings you up into a triangle and changes the world. Now the way this game works is the puzzle platformer, all based around music. So at the minute there actually isn't really much music. Okay, that's not active at the minute. You can also use space to jump as well, if you want, as opposed to up. You can see at the minute nothing's moving. I believe these might be backwards from the main. Right, and we have to collect this. So you can hear the music makes a noise, and then that triggers that to go down. And as you hit that, it makes a noise, and it's all about things making a noise. So here you can see the world's changing. We've got yellow, and well, that kind of hurts. And then that's triggered these to move, and you can see in the corner there, in the background even, the music started to, and it's beats, beats, move, beats, beats, move, move. So it's all about listening to music. It's really hard to commentate on this. It's all about listening to the music and finding stuff out. These get progressively harder as they go along. So you can do bang. Bang, that's too early. So you can hear how the music, that's why the music is probably a bit louder than I normally would have it in a video. And as you can see here, we've got another one going on. Boom. And then you can see now this platform also changes, and if you go into static you die. Oh wow, I've not had this. Maybe you have to do those all in one go. Normally you die. Right, let's pick level 1 because it's a bit shorter, and I can show you the boss level. So those you have to do in one level. Well, looks of it. Hardly anyone's played this game on Steam. There's like hardly anyone who's played it, and hardly anyone's even sees the second achievement. So this is like, you can see the other one's like backwards version of this basically. So at the start the music's low. These are checkpoints, so you don't get any of them in that other version. You have to do it all in one go. And I'm really bad at this music platformer. So this is also a little bit louder, this music. I don't know if that's on purpose. There we go, and there we go. The first music bit of the level seems to start off like the initial background, and you can see how they're almost like skyscrapers move there, and they kind of like can indicate the beat to you. You couldn't play this game, well, you'd struggle to play this game. There are patterns, but you'd struggle to play it if you were deaf. And if you're like me and you're not very musically inclined, then it's probably going to be quite hard. So this is, yeah, so it looks like those other levels are like one life, no checkpoint, kind of hard versions. People who really are musically kind of attuned. See, now there's more bars adding. There are only like 2, and now there's more, and they've also changed colour. So normally when you die there's an interesting graphic. We'll probably see it more than once because I'm not going to guarantee that I'm any good at this. It gets a lot harder. There's more puzzles to get on. Maybe I'll show the start of like level 3. That's what happens when you die. You can see it all goes kind of black and white. That was stupid. I should wait. So what you want to do is like boom, dark. And then you kind of just have to judge it. Yeah, damn. You could like just count, I guess, like dun dun, like 1, 2, 3, I guess. 1, 2, jump. And you can hear there's all different sorts of music and so you can see I can't actually go any further here, so I have to go down here. It is normally worth looking over there though, like over the other side, just in case there's like checkpoints. So now I spawn here instead of spawning like, oh, because I actually would have actually took longer. Actually made us take longer. So here you can see that he's actually in the cube. So what you have to do, can you actually, you can't jump on the cube now. You have to get through the cube before the cube turns on. If you get stuck inside a block, like most games, you'll die. So you do have to watch out for that. You could do this game one-handed as well. Although I've got my finger on the spacebar, I'm not using that. And so now the static moves on the beat. Oh, it moves every 2 beats, but looks at it. Yeah, look, 2 beats. So you have to kind of time everything. You don't want to get caught out. Right, and then here. Boom, tish, boom, tish, boom. There's lots of different mechanics, so you can see here I had to jump quite quickly. And I had to be prepared. I should have jumped back and then forward. There is a lot of kind of jumping back and forward. There's a little bit of backtracking, but not like massive amounts. Apart from the fact that there were those bonus levels, I more or less know, like, you kind of get your head in where everything is. It's kind of quite simple. There's nothing really that advanced about where you find places. So you can see you can like use the beat and see how stuff works. So some stuff works on 2 beats, some stuff works on 1 beat, some stuff works on another bit of music and not necessarily the beat. I don't think we can go up that way yet. I think we have to go this way. Well, I can't get back up that way, so it must be. If you can't get back up somewhere, it means you've gone the right way. You can hear that there's slightly different music there as well. So, and then it changes again. Now we've added these. These are jump pads, but you've also got to time it with this so you don't get hit by the static. So you can see here that didn't help me, but now that is going to help me. And then here, this is going to start going down, and then this one's going to. It's a mix. If you just knew loads about music, you might not necessarily be able to like choose this game, but it might make some of the jumps easier, like listening to when everything happens. This is an interesting one. You have to jump before the beat because otherwise you get knocked into it. So you have to be quick there. No, I was too slow. No, it's cool. Okay. Yeah, it's too. You can see. You can normally see where you go wrong. That's quite a good thing. Sometimes it's more just annoying. At the end of each stage, there is always a kind of like almost boss battle, it's almost like, where you have to do something in a specific way. And it's almost, at least the third one, is nothing really to do with music, and it's just more kind of how you can go. As much as some of the things are timed by music, most of it's not about that at all. It's just about whether or not you have the memory muscle really to do it. And you can see, because this is always 2 beats and that's always 1 beat, they're always going to be the same pattern, whereas some of them are like odd number and even number of beats, so they might be different patterns, so you can kind of look at it that way. You have to jump before a platform finishes. If a platform like disappears and you haven't jumped yet, you'll just fall through. So you got to keep that in mind. Most of the game is fair. There's not really times where I've felt that stuff is unfair. It's just like if I'm just stupid like that. The idea of these is that you jump them, so you can just like jump them as you go along. Here you can see we've got a jump pad at the top there, so what you have to do is you have to get up here, and you know that it's on the beat, so you have to jump into it and then it jumps you enough across. You also have to be patient a little bit of this game, because sometimes it will try and trick you and like not push you up quite enough. You need to move along before you're pushed up quite enough. Oh wow, that was, yeah, see, that was bad. So on the beat you have to, and then you can fall down and then jump across. And see, here you have to jump like before the beat, because otherwise you get turned into a orange cube or brown cube. See, that's bad. It's just about timing really, which is, instead of like it being you counting the time, it's listening to the music really. You can see that you can hear in certain parts of certain other beats the music to kind of help you in certain puzzles, and then as soon as this happens it totally changes the music. I think this is our boss level, so these normally are like in a box. This one you are actually moving around. In the second level I can't remember what the boss level is, and in the third one you are the triangle thing there, and you move around to defend the square, but it's really annoying. It took me ages. Right, so this one's kind of an interesting fight. It's kind of weird. I kind of almost feel like this one was fine, because you can dodge these and you time it by music, so your beam like happens on the music, but if you're really not thinking about the music, I wasn't thinking about when the beam was happening, so lots of the time it was just pure luck and I was just kind of aiming around them. Lots of the other boss fights, one of I think it was a half boss fight, or it might have been boss number 2's boss fight. You're like moving up constantly and you can't stop how quickly you are moving up, and when you get and then there's like things that come and shoot down you, and then like the screen gets smaller and you've got to avoid getting hit and that kind of thing. So that one wasn't really music-y. There was actually a little bit of music to that, because I think whenever the beat happened, that was when the guy like charged at you, so you could kind of avoid that, but still it was a bit iffy. So I'd say the boss fights are kind of a bit unnecessary. I don't know what they were thinking having boss fights in there. I definitely couldn't do the final, unless the boss battle gave you if the boss battle didn't give you a checkpoint, there's no way I'm going to be able to complete, and I probably won't even attempt it really, because I would just die on that boss fight over and over again. It was luck more than anything. Lots of time it was like reaction, and just because I'd done it like 100 times in a row, I could do. Oh god, it didn't take me this long last time. It's just because I'm talking about the game. like, I like how they've done static and they've done lots of different colours, and the only colour that's kind of alien to you is like you're black, and sometimes it gives you a cream but never really gives you, this is the only time you've got black and white, because you've got the and lots of black and white like together is like interference, which is what these guys are, and so that's what irritates you. It's kind of an interesting concept. It's kind of almost like as well like you live off the music, and the music is like the noise, which is, this is basically like noise, is like interference in the music. So once you've got your last one, then the pattern changes and he shoots balls out like this, and you've just got to kind of like aim at him. That's the hardest part of the fight probably. I would say this game is worth the money. I think I'll have on the screen the price. It was not particularly expensive. It's definitely an interesting platform and definitely an interesting design. At the start of the game, like you probably saw, the checkpoints are kind of, maybe there's almost a little bit too many, but there's enough. When you get later in the game, you almost wish there were a few more checkpoints. Not very many, but just like a few more in select spots. There's sometimes bits where you have to do something really complicated, then something really complicated again. And if you fail at like the first one, loads of the times you're like, yes, I've got the end. And then you have to do something else as well, and then you fail at that, and then you have to do everything all over again. Can be kind of annoying. Especially as for someone, I'm not kind of the most musically attuned. Oops. Right, so this is where you need to listen to the beat, because it tells you when they're going to split up. Nearly. I think I just got this one by kind of like luck last time. You're just going to avoid as many of these as you can. But yeah, this is 140. If you want to see me look at more videos, at more games, then please like this video and subscribe to my channel. If you have any comments about what I've been doing, please let me know, and I read and will respond to any comments, so I do appreciate them. Thank you for taking the time to watch, everyone, and I will see you later. Oh, there we go, there's one hit on it. You have to hit it again. Bye.